Wow.
This sound international right here.
No.
Real Eli Caliente.
Very
Top.
about.
But y'all niggas didn't know.
Right at 5 minutes.
All right, let's go.
All right. And we're back
with random.
Hey, that randomness.
on repeat.
Hey,
Repeaters.
All right. Kmart, as always,
Willie D.
man,
Bobby D.
your boy Pope.
And
We're
place
in the
to be.
building.
looked like he had a stroke. No.
It's just getting worse.
know.
It's just getting
I was
worse.
like,
Swinging a miss batter.
Hey,
Oh,
listen in my
man.
notebook.
Well, guys, I mean, how are y'all? Wellness check.
Good.
Everybody's good.
Man, I
Getting
can always be doing better, but I'm all right. Hanging in there.
you excelling.
Yeah, man.
Microsoft excelling.
We don't want to put your business out there, but you're doing good, man.
Yes.
You're, becoming a good stand-up citizen.
Kinda.
Still battling my demons, but I'm all right.
Hey, but
Yeah,
look, but look though, like you finally get to what they say, glow up. Is that what it is?
The glow up? Nah.
No,
What's-
I'm just excelling. I'm just doing better with life. A glow up. This shit ain't fucking changed.
You ain't doing your
Yeah.
thing. You got to do your face mask and then your rituals.
I
and
know. Nigga, you
Now,
got
rituals with this is
that.
voodoo.
You gotta put your cream.
Hey, the easiest way to do it is drink more water.
I do need to drink more water. I don't drink enough water.
Yeah, we've been telling you that for 31 years.
I don't know if we said this on the podcast before, but when we was in Vegas, my man was like, so we went to Vegas for my bachelor party, and he was like, damn, I got a headache. I was like, because I haven't seen your ass drink any water. He's like, I've been drinking. He brings like, it's not even like real juice. It's like Tampico or whatever. Fucking 90% sugar, 2% water. He's just like, ugh. Nah, I've been drinking. Like, no, your head is
What
fucking
do you call
hurting.
that shit?
My man said I hate to taste the water.
Fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, high fructose corn. Well, that would just,
No water.
yeah.
So I hate to taste the water. It's gross.
I did not say all that.
Yes, you did.
I didn't say that. I just don't drink water.
He's like, I barely take showers because I don't like water.
Well, you
I just don't like water because it's gross.
I never say that.
You 78%
Well, yes,
of water.
I
Yeah.
never say it was gross. I just don't.
I just don't drink water. It's essential. Okay. Anyway.
Yes.
Anyway.
So, today's topic, we're going to tackle something that's
No pun intended.
should be going viral, but it's not necessarily viral.
I know. Normally we don't do this, but we got to do this.
Yeah. My man, what's his name? Dana White caught on camera smacking his wife.
I haven't seen it yet.
I have.
Yeah. There's no backlash. I mean, yeah, everybody saw that Ray Rice video.
Yeah, I seen that.
Because it immediately went everywhere.
Immediately, we haven't seen anything about Dana White.
Well, y'all keep talking. Bring up the. Let me see that, John.
Yeah.
Wait.
Also, not just that. Like we're running into a thing, and this is a deal that is hard to have friends of the opposite color because we have those racism talks a lot, like we do amongst ourselves, and we have those talks with other people sometimes who can't necessarily see from our perspective. But when you have something like Dana White, you have something like Brett Favre, these things that fly under the radar, and the only reason why they're flying under the radar is we can only speculate because we don't know, but we can only say that if Brett Favre was anybody else,
He'd be getting thrown on the, if Brett Favre was a black mom that tried to vote, he'd be in jail. Or hell, even the people that paid ransoms, the white chick that paid ransom, not ransom, paid her kid's way into college.
Oh yeah. The 4 hours lady.
They drug her.
Yeah.
But she's like cheating, but she's not cheating not really cheating anybody. She's paying for her way for her kid to get into a good school.
But you remember the black mom who just was trying to get her kid in a better school. She wound up doing 4 years in prison.
Yeah,
Yes, because she said she lived in a different school district or something like
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
That's crazy.
But
Mhm.
you have
There's a my bad, but there's a double standard, unspoken double standard that everybody sees but nobody addresses when it comes to race, when it comes to gender, and when it comes to
Class.
class.
is that the problem?
There's a
There's got to be layers to it, right?
yeah.
Because let's see, all the people. So Brett Favre was in a different tax bracket. Obviously, Dana White's in a different tax bracket, and just for shiz and giggles, we'll say Skip Bayless as well.
Yeah,
Um,
he's getting drugged though.
but he's still on TV.
Yeah,
He's still on TV. They didn't. Kyrie said some things that people didn't agree with,
and it's yeah,
and it didn't go nearly as far as Kanye did.
no,
And I said the same thing about Kanye. No one had a problem as long as he was tearing down black people.
yeah,
He can tear down black people 100 days out of 100 days, and his music still rolls, his endorsements still roll. You know,
oh yeah, they selling more Yeezys than ever. Slavery was a choice.
yeah.
Yeah, Yeezys flying off the shelf. We love you, Kanye.
Skip Bayless, he's been putting down his black man, his co-host. They when they even thought Lamar Ball made a pass at Molly,
Yeah,
said the wrong thing to her. They was banning him from ESPN immediately. It took 24 hours.
yeah.
When let
You know,
I don't want to keep saying that color is a factor,
Oh, it definitely is.
but we can't ignore the fact that these people aren't being treated how other folks have been treated and should be treated.
yeah,
If Brett Favre had stolen from California and not Mississippi, had he took something from Florida, you know what I'm saying? Let it have been the Sunshine State, somewhere else, somewhere not Mississippi, somewhere not predominantly black.
true. Took it from the poorest people. My man took it from the poorest people.
Had it not been a predominantly black state and the poor state, he'd be in trouble.
Yeah, you don't hear anything about Brett Favre right now. Nothing. My man living his life comfortably, still a fulfillionaire.
I don't even know what y'all talking about right now.
Wait, so Brett Favre,
Maybe I vaguely do.
Brett, this has happened a while ago. So Brett Favre, I guess, knowingly, unknowingly, helped get paid from a welfare fund. Helped himself get paid from welfare fund.
Yeah.
Like, was it $4 million or
He was
something like
embezzling
that?
money from this.
Technically, so
Or
there was
it
three.
a scam.
So it was three, like a few people involved, but they came up to us like, "Hey, this we want get this money for what was it? Volleyball court,
Yeah.
volleyball court, and
A volleyball court at his daughter's school
how they got the money.
that he could have easily paid for himself.
Yeah, they took that. They took the money. He was, I guess it was a former governor or something like that.
Yes.
Took the money from the welfare fund.
And gave him $5 million.
My man was like, "Hey, we're not going to get in trouble. They're not going to know where this money came from. I'm not going to get in trouble." They're like, "Oh, don't worry, can't be connected." Pretty much.
So basically, they stole money out of the welfare fund, paid this man to make a speech and do something else. But he, again, it was wrong, super wrong, and no one talked about it.
Yeah.
No one took his endorsements. My man still worked for Wrangler.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
nothing happened to him.
Nothing.
And it just went away.
Yeah.
Like, people just stopped talking about it.
And so get back to what originally we're talking about with Dana White. Because I want to kind of dig into another double standard.
I mean,
Domestic violence.
Yeah.
I mean, I just watched the video. I mean, it's bad because you shouldn't hit her, but at the same time, it's like he didn't come here with it.
He smacked. She moved.
Yeah, and
He about 225. She about 110.
There's no in between on the domestic violence. Once you put your hand up and you do it, it's done.
Yeah. So in that situation, if you are a regular civilian, that happens.
you want to
On camera, she smacks you, you smack her, you're going to jail. She's not.
I think that's
No,
That's
you're going to jail.
you're going to jail.
There ain't
Hey.
no ifs, ands, and you ain't getting out of that.
And if you work for somebody where you're high enough and you're a public figure, you're losing your job for beating on a woman. If you have any endorsements, as a brother, you're losing them for beating on a woman. Hell, Tiger Woods got caught cheating, and he lost his endorsements. I don't see how this man can still be the face of the UFC. I mean, I know it's his company. I know he's done great things with the company and made it what it is now. But how can you still be the face of the company? How can you smacked a woman in public?
They only care
Not
when
say, not do like, hey, when I get your ass home or something. No, he said, fuck, you hit me in public, I'm gonna hit you in public. Now there's a double standard because she hit him first, of course. There's no consequences either way.
And there's going to be people that say, "Oh, well, you're a man. You should never put your hands on a woman. You're a coward, and you're this and that." But like,
You get punched by one of these women that know how to punch, and you say the same thing.
but I'm going to say again, like when you were, and I've said before, like I understand if I'm Dana White and you slap me in public, I can take a lick. A slap isn't bad, but you're not about to attack me in public and think that something's not going to happen because we're not doing that.
My thing is, how you be the president of the UFC and not be ready for that slap one? I'm sorry.
He's a fighter. You don't train him.
He is a fighter.
Obviously not.
Dana White will whoop your ass right now.
Obviously not. You think of Joe Rogan? Joe Rogan whoop your ass.
No, yeah, Joe Rogan will whoop your ass, but Dana White, he trains too.
Dana White can fight.
Yeah, Dana White
Fight better than Vince McMahon.
Hey,
People don't understand. Vince McMahon is slept on.
Yeah, I know. That's why I mentioned his name.
yeah.
He'll choke your ass out. First time I seen my man's in a
Yeah, the double presser suit.
Yeah. No.
Oh, and he took that, and he took it off. He had that the white beater on.
Yeah.
No, he had them. He had that. He was refereeing. He's refereeing the match. I can't remember which one it was, but he was. I mean, he came out there. Yo, I was like, damn, Mr. Man, you wrestle too?
Nah, it ain't for wrestling.
No,
But here's my question. So let's just answer it. What are you supposed to do? There's no good way to get out of it. And again, I get it. There's going to be a whole bunch of people that say, "Hey, you should never, no matter what the circumstances is, hit a female." That's not y'all not living. For me personally, I don't think y'all living in the real world because there are going to be situations that you cannot get out of.
So-
and why are we still teaching these little girls that it's okay to attack these grown men?
so
Why is that a thing?
that's So of course, we got boys. The thing that we're going to say to our child is, hey, walk away, because it's more trouble than it's worth. Walk away. For whatever reason, we're not telling our daughters that. Don't raise your hand to a man. We're not telling our daughters that.
Anybody.
We're telling them that we're going to be there to save them. If a man,
Exactly.
if somebody hits you,
Exactly.
I'm coming. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming.
But the other thing is, the right thing to do would be to walk away
On both sides.
if you're mentally tough or mentally grown up enough to do that.
I'm not saying not to defend yourself, but at the same time, you
But see,
But
that's
this
what I
is
mean.
yeah.
Because you can take a slap. If somebody slaps me, I can take that. I'm not getting attacked by anybody.
So let's say, and let's look at it this way: if that was a smaller man that slapped Dana White, it'd be a non-issue, kind of just like it is now. Or if there was a bigger man that smacked Dana White, you think he's smacking back?
Yeah.
If Mike Tyson came up to him and smacked him, you think Dana White is smacking back?
Yes.
You goofy.
I don't know.
Mike Tyson, if I smack you, bro,
But
you smacking back?
Yeah, nigga.
You gotta okay. Listen. But guys are smart. Guys are smart. Guys are so smart. And we used to, and every little street dude out there identify. You know the people that's gonna fight back, and you also got your club fighters. Okay, we used to deal with this back in the day. You know the guy that's gonna squeak and make the noise
No.
because he's inside a crowded area.
And it's not going to get out of
It's not really gonna be a fight.
Yeah, it's not going to get out of hand.
It's not gonna get.
There's 17 bouncers that's going to break it up.
Even if we do throw some punches, it's not gonna last long because they're gonna separate.
Yeah, he's like, I might take a couple punches. I'll get a couple punches.
You leave before I leave, and you can beeline in your car and be out of here.
Yeah,
Like let's just keep it real.
yeah.
Like if it was another dude in the building, I don't think it don't even get recorded because no one cares.
Yeah.
No, I think it would still get recorded because it's Dana White.
But the fact that it's not all over the place, the fact that this man hasn't been shut down, the fact that it's not even been talked about, you didn't even know about it.
But you already know what that is. I think that goes without saying. You got money, so it's all hush hush right.
So is it color or is it money?
Both, absolutely.
What's the bigger factor?
Color,
Mm.
color,
I think
color gets you more in trouble. Money gets you out of it.
I think there's a layer to it. I think it's the money more. I think it's the money more.
It depends on who you ask.
Because
The more money you have, the more trouble finds you.
he's up there. But money's keeping the hush hush. Who else they doing that for?
I'm saying.
Who else they doing that for? You on TMZ catches you smacking somebody. They get the video. You not in trouble?
How's he not in jail?
He probably did go to jail.
I don't think
No, he did not go to jail.
You know that for certain?
Mm-hmm.
so. When a white man does it, everybody just stand out of it.
And then
When Ray Rice does it,
and I might look at
hey,
it as
Pete,
like,
Pete is getting on the everybody's jumping into it.
and I might look at it as like, that such thing as in a mutual combat.
Yes.
I might look at that.
What do you know about mutual combat?
Two motherfuckers agree. I think it's in. I think it's only. It might only be in Texas.
It's only in two places.
Texas and where else?
Washington. That's it. There's no such thing as mutual combat anywhere else.
That's crazy.
So that doesn't apply.
Well,
Fun fact, I just taught y'all something.
I apologize.
You did, but I had to elaborate on it.
I know.
People don't
you just heard it through the grapevine.
That too, and actually,
He pointed to where the grapevine was and told you what kind of grapes are on it.
Because I'm more or less of a combatter, so I actually had to look it up.
what'd you say? A combatter?
Yeah,
Is that even a word?
I don't know. It is now, courtesy of Random Moment. Yeah. So poke the combatter? Okay.
You might combat her.
I will if I'm attacked. And I know that makes me the bad guy. And I'm okay with that. because I don't want anybody in this world thinking that they can attack me and it's okay. And for some reason, there are certain people out there who do ignorant things because they think there won't be any consequences, which is a whole nother thing that I can just run off on a tangent about. I think that people, especially once you get to a certain level, you just don't care about the consequences because there aren't any.
Yeah.
Where does that come? Where does that come from, though? Entitlement.
Entitlement.
That's a behavior is a learned process.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's entitlement. So it's being
Nah,
entitled.
you just slowly learn it over a period of time.
So when I was younger, if and so my parents raised us that we're a unit. One gets in trouble, we all get in trouble. So everybody's accountable for each other. And then, you know, also if you hit your brother, I'm whooping your ass.
That's amazing.
You hit,
That's
you know.
amazing.
So you had you always had that in your mind. Like if I'm in a fight, me and my brother's fighting. Doesn't matter who started it. Both of us is getting our ass whooped. Hey, keep your hands to yourself, especially to your family. We don't have that anymore.
We don't have that anymore because in my mind, I'm not taking two ass whoopings.
Exactly. I'm not.
So you better leave
You
me
better, hey,
alone.
you better go in the other room.
You better leave me alone.
You know, we don't have that anymore. You know, we have a generation that's probably smarter than we've ever been, technology wise and stuff like that.
So
But
I
they're
say like common sense wise.
no common sense wise. You know, just behind the times. Just because you're not,
Sociable.
yeah.
and there's,
And so certain things like, you know, you don't go talk shit to that big guy because he can fuck you up. Those kind of common sense things aren't there anymore. It's like because those consequences aren't there because everything's over the computer. You're never going to see. You know how many times they'll be called the N word on Call of Duty? They're never going to see me. So they'll throw the N bomb 1,000 times.
I used to get offended by it, but now I just think the shit is funny.
Yeah, you know they're frustrated. That you know, and that's all they do. They throw the N bomb. But there's no consequence there, so nobody's ever showed them why you don't just be calling people out
No,
their
they
name.
know the consequences. That's why they don't want to do it in public. I respect somebody more if they was racist as hell in my face instead of doing it behind my back.
it's because it's your job. It's your job, whether you're at work, whether you're in a relationship, whether you have a good rapport with somebody, to create a healthy fear. I know that I know there's gonna be a bunch of people out there who don't really know me, but you guys know me, and I
know exactly what you mean.
I am all for creating a healthy fear.
I think it was me and my wife were just talking about this. I was like, every now and then I just show some ignorance wherever I work, just in case people want to just get stupid.
Yeah.
Just in case.
And it's sad, but you have to do that also in relationships. You have to do you have to establish because there's always going to be somebody at work, or there's always going to be somebody in a relationship. There's always going to be somebody here and there that you're going to be like, "No, I'm not fucking with this person because I'm already knowing." And even if I can beat them, it's going to be tough and it's going to be a problem.
And it's going to be a headache. I want easy.
Headache.
I want easy work. That's not going to be easy work.
Right.
Let me keep it moving.
And this is why, and I said this too, and not to switch over, but that also happens in relationships because there's no healthy fear there.
I remember him saying that to me
Yeah.
a while back. Like she's not afraid to lose you, so that's why she treats you that way.
Yeah.
So if I got $1 million and I also don't have a healthy fear of anything, I just do and say whatever I want.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate. I just do and say whatever I want.
Yeah, my man, the whole sex trafficking thing, and I was like, dang, did he really do that? And they came up with a definition that kind of blew my mind. He was like, yeah, I make them, and he said what he did. I make them fall in love with me, and they'll do whatever I want. And that's essentially sex trafficking.
We
How many of us done that when we were younger? Hey, hit up the hey, you handle me and handle the homies. How many times have you done that?
It's just you, my guy.
Oh yeah, I remember.
We're not sickos. We've turned over a new leaf.
I remember
I
that.
don't know, John.
No, John selfish.
I'm 100% selfish.
100%. I was like, yeah, we're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that because
Hey,
that's
I'm
gonna
say
bring
this.
up some old
I'm
scars.
gonna say this: you're not first, you're last, Ricky. And I'm not coming in last. You get it?
I know what you did there. Pun intended.
Yeah, you.
Let's.
And I've said this in other podcasts. I make sure that people understand me from the jump. Even when I go for a job interview, they ask you that question. They're like, if you saw Bradley stealing, would you turn Bradley in or would you turn a blind eye? And I'm like, look, I don't give a fuck what Bradley do. I come to work, I do my job, and as long as Bradley don't bother me, I don't have no problems. And they're like, well, if you and Bradley were to get into a confrontation, would you? No, I'm not involving anybody, sir. Oh, well, do tell. Well, listen here. If Bradley has a problem with John here, okay, I'm gonna tell fucking Bradley where he can fucking go, and I don't give a shit about that. And I tell him in the interview because I don't care. I have to. You have to. I think some of
Niggas
these
lying
And that's
for $300.
and that's the reason why he's
I
had
have
3
said
jobs
this
in his whole life.
I'm fucking with you.
I'm about to say I have said that in interviews. Like I'm a very verbal, especially now. I have learned that you have to set. It doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what the situation is. You got to. And I know that we moving into some other stuff, but you have to set these boundaries so that people will understand. So that when things happen, you can say, "Look, I told you from the jump." Because, like I said, I can take a slap, but you're not gonna attack me, and you're not gonna disrespect me because I'm not gonna have it.
Which one?
What's that?
Like when you say disrespect, is that
Disrespect to me is a slap in the face. You're not going to disrespect me.
When I say disrespect, we talk to each other. Like I said before, and again in other pods. I love you guys. Y'all are my guys. There's just certain ways I'm never gonna talk to y'all. Like never.
But there's also certain ways that we can talk to each other that nobody else can talk to us.
I agree with that.
You know.
But at the moment you start to make me feel like you're trying to put me beneath you, I'm going to rage out.
that brings you back to the conversation we had at the very beginning. Like when we was talking about if I found out you was fucking a dog, but look at you different. Yes, nigga, and that's my job. I would look at you completely different, but I would set you straight. Now, if I didn't care enough about you, I just wouldn't say nothing. I'm like, okay, well, John's doing a new thing. Let me just make sure he has enough dog treats and some peanut butter.
So let me ask you this: Is it the situation where nobody cares about these rich people enough to say, "Hey, you fucking up if you done wrong"?
Yes. Or they so far up their ass they just don't care. Or they're providing some kind of service for them, whether it's mentally or it's fucking financially.
You know, that kind of brings me back to the Glass Onion, how those fools were at the end. Spoiler alert.
I've never seen it.
Oh, so I can't spoil it. It was a good point though.
Did you watch the other one? Like I said,
No, I haven't yet.
watch the first one.
So we had a friend, and I don't want to go too far off into another thing.
To the end of the road.
We just tend to ignore these things. We ignore several things when you are close to people. When people that you care about are doing wrong, you just ignore it. You ignore a lot of it because you don't care. Because that's your. If I found out R. Kelly was 30 and was dating a 17-year-old,
That's borderline, but that's legal.
but it's gross. But if you found out your homie who was 25 was dating a 16-year-old,
That's not legal.
That's illegal.
You're going to jail, buddy.
And that is gross.
it is gross. But I don't
So,
want
but
to
that's
stumble into those kind of situations. What I'm saying is, like, you would look over at somebody else and be like, "Yo, that shit gross." But when your homie's doing these things, y'all don't. People do things because
my G.
they're being accepted by the people that are around them.
True, but
I promise you, if I find you out here with a 17-year-old,
Who? Nah.
I'm saying something.
yeah.
Yeah, I might go Dana White on you. Just kind of knock you into your senses.
Oh, please slap me, please.
That,
If I'm out here wilding and you gotta slap me,
that's gross.
slap me, grab me, let me know.
Hit
But
me.
but
Let me know something.
Hit me.
but back to what bro was saying. You know, these people are getting away with these things because they're scratching each other's backs, and the people that they're like, okay, yeah, I saw this happen, but my man, he's my financial stream right now.
How do you think
I'm gonna
people
be quiet.
become drug addicts?
Yeah, because
Because the people around them don't see a problem with it.
No, it's not so much that. Just look at it. Oh, well, Johnny's doing meth again. Oh, that's Johnny. Well, we know he's on drugs, but
You're literally saying that you don't have a problem with it.
we've already tried talking to him, so there's nothing that we can do. We might as well just let him smoke meth.
no.
I'm saying I'm not saying that's how I think. I mean, I'm just saying that's people's thought process sometimes. Or people do have just interventions.
I'm trying my best not to go too far left or right to make a point.
Well,
And all of these things are bringing me.
we'll chop it in half because it was a good start. So we'll cut it at 30, and then this could be a second episode because this is a complete different conversation right here from the beginning, which is cool because I could just edit it to make it two. So if I don't cut this part out, that's what we did.
What do we do?
Start another episode.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead.
There you go.
It's like I don't know what the hell I was talking about.
No, I was about to go super left.
Go left. That's what we're here for.
Just left and dark.
Yes.
That's what it's made for.
You are now tuned into randomness on repeat.
I can't even get his back.
Yeah.
Yo, what are we talking about?
All right, guys, it's been our time.
Have a beautiful time. Good night.
Have a wonderful day. No, but I think that's why people get so weird. Is because money is people like you said drug addicts. I think that's a little bit different thing.
That's what I'm saying. All those little things I kept pulling up. That's why I was trying not to go so far off to prove the point. But the people that are closest to you enable you. That's why a lot of those people act like that because they don't have any consequences, and the people that are behind them aren't telling them what they're doing is wrong.
So I had a situation, somebody close, and I tried to tell this person that was closer to the situation that, hey, we need to get them out the casino. Gambling their money away. They're making great money. Close to six figures. And I'm like, yo, gambling his money away. Get him out of there. Well, he's a grown man. I'm not going to tell him what to do. And that part blew my mind, and I didn't realize that they were going together. And hey, here's 100, you go gamble, or here's 50, you go gamble too. So I think that's that kind of situation, the enabling, because you're getting something out of it. If you're not partying like with a drug addict, if y'all not that person's a drug addict, they got the means to buy drugs. So you're jumping into the situation where, okay, I'm getting some residual. I'm not going to say nothing because I'm getting my high too. I'm not getting high as them because they're not giving me everything, but I'm getting high also. So why tell them to stop? I know they're deteriorating. I know they're messing up their life, but I'm benefiting also.
Plus, it's a different side of that too. If they're not being fed whatever it is that they're addicted to, whether it's drugs, alcohol, gambling, whatever, they're not the same person without that euphoric feeling that they're getting from doing whatever it is that is too much or makes them a certain different type of person. Like, this person can be an evil monster if they don't have if you're not enabling them, if you're not helping them.
Okay, let me. And I don't know where we're going with this, but I'm gonna say this, and we can do whatever we want to do with the content. I don't understand what happened to people. You got to learn how to love yourself, and you have to put people around you that also love you, and they have to love you more than the thing that they're doing that's hurting them and hurting you. And if they don't see that, it is very hard to say, all right, well, I gotta be out. You have to learn how to be by yourself. You have to learn how to be completely responsible. You have to learn all these things because if you don't get a lot of time to get this shit right. So if you're not okay with being by yourself and you're okay with enabling somebody just because you don't want to be alone, you're gonna be miserable. And that's no way to spend your life. That shit sucks. You're gonna find more friends. You will make more family. You will be okay, but it got to start with your inside parts. You got to say, all right, I don't like this. I don't like this part of my life. I don't like that part of my life. And you just got to start taking them steps to do all the right shit. And you got to put a team around you that's doing the right shit. They want to see you do right, and you want to see them do right. And if you put them kind of people around you, you will be just fine.
I think that's that last part you said, putting a team around you. Like, that's a proper team. You know, what's that saying? Your five closest friends are going to be kind of about where you're at. And so those people, if your friends are scumbags, then most likely you're a scumbag.
But you have to know that they're scumbags.
But sometimes if you're a scumbag, you don't know. And if you're a scumbag also, you don't
But
know.
that's what I'm telling you. Because if you love yourself and you start sitting down, when you sit with yourself, you start to figure some shit out. And you'll say, I mean, I got $100 in the bank. And I ain't got no more money for the next 2 weeks. And I can't call on these guys. Oh, my car broke. I can't get to work.
Or you go to jail and then you wreck your car. You got friends that bail you out, and then you wreck your car when you get out.
You have to be okay. And I'm gonna say this again. And I'm gonna tell people this, and like I said, we can do whatever we want to do with this. And I know that's not what we were doing, but it's on my mind.
It's
And y'all
right.
know how I do. Being alone is okay. Somebody got to hear that. Being by yourself is all right. Sitting alone in your house, doing nothing with your bills paid and your kids fed, and you being bored as hell is okay. I'm not starting to scream, but it's fine.
Sitting up in my room.
You got to get to that point in your life, and you got to do it
alone in my room. Sometimes I stare at the
before
wall.
you get
Back
to
in my mind,
40.
I hear my
You
conscience
got
call.
to do it before you get to 45. You got to do it before you get to 50, because if you don't get okay with yourself, you are going to do a lot of things that hurt you and waste your time.
So me, my wife, and my niece, my niece, we were talking about this earlier today. Like how much, and it comes from, I can't remember who said it, but they were talking about, 50 said it. We were talking about how this new generation is so much better as far as like in tune with their emotions, and you see more people talk about mental health and seeking help that way, and, for mental health issues, depressions, and stuff like that. I saw an interview. 50 was like, depression it's a luxury. You know, The depression is a luxury. He's like, and you go and think about it. Our parents, our generation, our parents, definitely our parents' generation. They weren't. They didn't talk about depression. They didn't talk about being sad. They got things to do. You can't sit around and be like, oh man, people are unfair to me at work today. Nah, they just go back in and grind. And we had that mentality like, you know, things could be worse. And it was always a big deal. Hey, you don't go talk about your feelings. That's why, therapy for some of y'all that our Caucasian viewers that didn't know that black people didn't participate. Most of us don't participate in therapy, and there's a lot of fucked up black people because we never handle those certain types of emotions, and we never, just because that's how we were taught.
It's also a cultural thing. Depends on where you grew up, and I mean, not to say that white people don't have the same issues as black people, but it's more of a poverty thing. I mean, rich people get depressed too, but at the same time, it's like, hey, when you grow up in a certain, you just used to like, oh, this is normal to me.
But
People shot,
exactly, and so that's why it's a luxury. It's like, oh, I don't have the right clothes. You see, but this new generation is kind of weird. You see these kids, they get their phone taken away, they tearing up houses, they go to school. 6-year-old little boy went to school, shot his teacher for whatever reason. I'm not sure. I didn't read the full article. But at 6 years old, what the hell are you worried about? How are you getting that upset to go shoot somebody? That's a luxury that you shouldn't have at 6-year-old. You're that upset.
But we were also taught to protect the bad people in our family. We learned how to say everything stays in these walls, everything stays within the family, and then everybody knows about, you can't go over to Uncle Cody's house because y'all know how Cody is. We just protected those people.
But I think that was more of embarrassment to the community. Like I don't want
embarrassment over love of your family. That's bullshit.
No. So like,
those
we don't talk about that because now other people in the community are gonna think we're weird.
So you said,
and so they actually. I'm just saying. This is what I think. Like people were protecting. Like let's take it out the family unit. I know a kid that went to private school. Or was homeschooled and then went to a private school, and the private school at the private school he started getting bullied, and like it was like chaos. Like he was getting fights. Like this kid trying to stab him, and none of this came out because the private school was like, we have a reputation to uphold, and I think some of that protected Uncle Cody was, we have a reputation to, because most of the people, they were Christian people. Most of those families were Christian families. So you go into church every day and Uncle Cody's there and you haven't done anything to Uncle Cody, but, because you didn't want everybody else to look at y'all a certain way. I think that happens a lot where we put on a front.
In black families.
Yes.
Oh, it happens in white families too. Oh yeah, Mexican families too. Everybody has that Uncle Cody that's doing some shit he ain't been doing it for years, and ain't nobody said nothing. It's been brought up and said, but either they turn a blind eye, or they don't believe him, or they do, and they just like, you know what? I'm not gonna say nothing. We've seen this in Uncle Cody, but we don't know. We don't have 100% facts, so we just gonna kind of sweep it under the rug.
I also remember, y'all probably not remember how weird being gay was. Like back then, like you couldn't be gay.
Oh, not in the black community.
No.
Oh yeah.
And I think that was, almost like a deeply religious thing too. Because it's an abomination to be gay.
It was almost worse to not, saying accepted by your family, but
you could be a child molester, but you be gay. You shunned. You could diddle little kids, but if you gay, oh no.
Hey, but think about that now. Now, whatever church you went to, think about how many just like people that were just adulterers and like super sinners that went there.
Yes. I mean, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
but it's
All is forgiven except for that. You can kill
it's
somebody but not be gay. What the? Anyways.
but that logic is and the more I've learned about it, um, the more I've read about it and learned about it myself, I don't believe that's what the Bible was saying. But that idea comes from okay. They explain it by like, oh, you're constantly living in sin. Oh, if you kill somebody, you kill somebody once. That could be forgiven because you did it once. You're not doing it again. And in homosexuality, you're a gay person. You live in sin every day, and you're practicing that sin. That's the mentality of that whole shunning gay people.
But then if you look at that logic, murder is actually in one of the 10 Commandments. Is being gay.
Being gay, that I haven't seen it in the Bible. So first of all, I think that whole thing was kind of invented, because anyway.
Gay
So
sex?
no, not gay sex, but the
I was like,
whole.
gay sex is in the Bible.
So supposedly, and I haven't researched the translation, but supposedly, in the Bible it says man should not lay with man, and then but if you back it up in translations, it says man should not lay with young boy. And that's talking about pedophilia, not actually homosexuality, because mankind, women are included in mankind. That whole idea of man shouldn't lay with young boy versus man lay with man, that translation there means a lot. So if you say man shouldn't lay with young boy, you're talking about pedophilia.
Okay.
But yeah,
I see the wheel spinning in your damn head.
Yeah.
my bad.
No, you're fine.
But yeah. You're talking about the things that we do for to put we I think we put on a show for other people, and everybody is hurt in some type of way.
Health. Like I said, healthiness, you got to learn what that is in all fashions because if you don't, you're going to be surrounded by toxicness and you might be so far gone that you don't realize that you're living in the toxicness. You have to, again, it starts with understanding who you are as a person, setting yourself some regular goals, some good goals, just as far as, money and happiness and just doing little stuff, man. And like I said, if you love yourself, you'll be all right. You have to know that. Even if you have some lonely days and you cry and you're sad, it's fine. And also, you got to change your routine.
Well, like you,
because you can't be like, yo, I'm lonely and I'm looking for a good person. I just go to work, take care of my kids, and then get on Facebook and not. You change your routine.
So, like you said, setting goals.
Change. Go ahead.
Like you said, setting goals is important. Like things that you want to accomplish, and we put a lot of emphasis on finding someone. I didn't find my wife. She kind of just like fell into my lap.
That's how they say it normally works. So when you're not looking, it just typically
and you focus on yourself in some aspect of your life, you're going to bump into somebody that's going to be also working on their life in that same headspace or same financial bracket or wherever you're trying to get to. Wherever that road is going, you're going to find somebody along that road that's looking for the same thing. If we're just sitting there looking for something, but we have zero goals or zero plans or zero expectations of what the next day is supposed to bring us, I mean, what are you really looking for? That's like going to the store. Yeah, you go to the store hungry. We already talked about them chips.
That's why you encourage what?
I encourage hobbies.
We'll keep us up. Big ball is my hobby.
My man said, stop that.
So
He set the whole thing up. He said,
he
you
did.
heard that.
my point is, so like, if you're really into, let's say, bowling, you're really into bowling, and bowling is your hobby, you go bowling. There's gonna be some guys there. There's gonna be some girls there. You're gonna bump into other people that possibly like bowling. You can strike up conversations. Y'all bowl? I bowl. How often you come here? I come here. Like you do you're gonna find people doing your hobbies. Just go do your hobbies. Enjoy your life.
But what if big balling is my hobby?
You're gonna
Woke
find
people
somebody
hobby.
else.
Big ball is not your hobby.
Hey, I can ball. He's small time. I ball with mine. I'm full of it.
Bro has been drinking before the podcast. There is sauce in that cup. I repeat, there is sauce in that cup.
You know you can never beat me at ball.
Are we serious right now? Okay, I knew you weren't serious right now.
Who's the better shooter?
Me.
So we just go off onto these wild things. We're gonna have to chop this.
Wow.
We're gonna have to chop this in a couple shorts.
We got a good 30 minutes of solid topic. Right at 30 minutes. I'll cut that up.
30 minutes of solid topic. But fuck all that. You a better shooter than me?
Yes.
Can you tell this nigga, please?
Who's a better shooter?
In game?
a better spot up shooter, bro, would be a better spot up shooter.
Yeah. Hey, there's a lot of good spot up shooters in the world, but somebody that can spot up and hit you off the dribble.
It's not you.
Win.
It's not you.
Hey.
That was
If
Matt.
you hit, I'm about to fight you. I'm about to fight you right now. And you too, because you know he ain't a better spot up shooter than me.
He is a better spot.
Stop it.
He's a better. He's just
Because you just see me pull it off the yak.
that may be so,
And 21.
but
Stop it.
he's a better spot up
Who's
shooter.
a better shooter? If we have to win the game, one person takes a shot. Who are you looking for?
Depends. It just depends.
That's stupid.
So, are we down by one? Or are we down by two? Are we down?
We
by three?
need the next shot to win.
Is it a tie game?
It doesn't matter where the shot comes from.
It does.
We need
does.
need the next shot to win.
It does, because if we just need a bucket, I would let you do it.
Not let me. I'm the only choice. I'm the only choice.
But if we need a big shot thrown up,
Me.
no, you're too reckless in those moments.
You're goofy.
You are.
You're goofy.
You nigga.
Goofy.
You get in the mode where
You
you
get
like,
in the mode where you.
Because nobody can stop me. I'm unstoppable, damn it.
See, that's exactly why you don't get the ball.
Fucking reckless.
I'm like, Martin, I'm open. I'm right here.
Reckless.
Got the shot.
Dang.
This nigga get his head down.
I'm all Kobe and Jordan in
and you won't
here.
fucking stop either.
And
you be like, that's my bad. That's my bad.
And you do that shit like 6 times.
But it'd be so. But you be looking like I've been defended, but they're really not like bothering me. It's just like me missing the shot. That's it. They didn't do anything. I just missed the shot. There wasn't any defense. No defense on me. There's no defense
Literally defense. You can be held by 2 people and you still won't pass it.
because they can't stop me.
Why do you miss the shot then?
Because I just missed it.
Oh my god.
I can't shoot. I can't be 100% all the time.
You hear yourself.
Yeah, I do hear
Do
myself.
something else. And you need help.
Yeah, we need to go to the gym again. I think you need to.
Yeah, I need to smack you into reality, and we're gonna record. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna record
A randomness on repeat?
in the gym, and you're gonna watch me fuck these guys up.
No.
Pause.
No. Alright.
Once you fall on your ass.
Stop it.
You ain't.
No, the floor was slick. Shut your mouth.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh.
You crossed him up?
No, he didn't cross me up.
Yes, he did.
No.
You crossed him up twice?
No, stupid.
No, he crossed him.
The first one was hard.
Hey,
The first one.
I thought this nigga broke his ankle.
Yo, there was water. There was
no.
condensation on the floor. I
thought
slid
that
a little
hurt.
bit.
No, nigga.
I slid a little bit.
This nigga was out of there.
He did not score.
No, snake.
America. He did not score.
Do the snaky leg. This nigga had you falling on. This nigga made you fall.
Sit your
hard.
ass. Sit your ass.
I thought this thing. I just stopped playing.
Right.
I didn't even want to shoot. I stopped playing. Had to check on this thing, and I thought this thing was hurt.
He lied. See, this is what I like. Y'all two darkies. Get,
Yo, watch out, man.
Stop-
Look over at the camera.
stop ganging up on the light skin. That's all I'm saying. I hoop better than y'all.
Every time they watch this podcast, it's evolution: light, middle, dark.
What?
And the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Who said that? The berry is too black. It means it's old.
No, it's
No.
You want the one that's in the
How
middle.
would either one of y'all know what blackberries taste like?
tastes like juice.
This is the
All right,
part in the
that's it.
story
That's
when,
it.
when Goldilocks shows up. Is too much. It's not enough. Just right. This is where we at. Okay.
Who's Goldilocks in this situation?
I don't know.
All right. That's a good stopping point. I'm
Now, fuck
Kmart.
that. I ain't stopping shit. All right, now we can stop
Do
it.
what you told, boy.
Do what you told before you get
I'm
swole.
Brody D.
You call me boy one more time, there's gonna be a random on repeat boxing match.